You're watching Eye on Ocean County. I'm Laura Jones, and our guest this half hour is Rush Russell. He is the Executive Director for Prevent Child Abuse New Jersey. We've been talking about how to prevent child abuse, something that you said in New Jersey, 9,000 cases that you know of, which is a stunning number. What can we as a community do to help? Not everybody has children, or perhaps their children have grown up. And clearly parents who are in situations like this, I can't imagine anybody wanting to hurt their child. They may just not know how to handle stressful situations. So what can we do as a community?
I think part of it is just raising awareness about prevention and the supports that are available. So if you know of somebody that you think, they're really stressed and they're at a breaking point. There's information from our website and other parenting websites. We're not the only organization that provides support for parents, and urge them to get help.
Right.
Somebody to talk to. Again, you're trying to get something to prevent something far worse from happening.
And it's not, people out there who may feel like they themselves are at a breaking point, if they're watching, there's no shame in admitting that you need help raising a child, because, today's day and age, it's hard to raise children. Yeah. It's hard. In this economy, you've got financial stressors. There are more and more children with health issues, and that costs money, and, single parents.
It's amazing how much money we spend and how much time we spend to learn about our trades, our careers, our jobs. We go to school for years and years and years and years. But where do we learn about parenting? Where does anybody really teach us?
No.
Positive parenting. Look, when your child's 2, you're going to experience this situation. And we can look it up in our books and
what to expect.
But what to expect? But you would think, given the importance and the difficulty of raising children, that we'd spend more time building that kind of community. So communities really can get involved in raising awareness about healthy and positive parenting, advocating for prevention programs. And that can be anything from kindergarten programs, but early literacy programs, home visiting programs. There is one here in Ocean County. We're trying to get those expanded because we're not reaching as many families that could benefit from something like that.
And again, it's not just your stereotypical, person who was abused and an alcoholic and is just going to neglect their child. Right. You're talking about people across the spectrum.
Parent. And there's things that political leaders, civic leaders can do to champion the message of prevention. Again, the studies show that this is a great economic investment for a community in terms of building a healthy community and building for a future workforce. Compared to trying to attract businesses, there's economic studies that show that an investment in early childhood health and development and the prevention message actually yields a bigger return for a community. And so we're trying to create civic leadership around the message of prevention and to recognize leaders for making those types of commitments and those investments. Again, the cost to taxpayers of a single case of abuse, somebody that's involved in substance use, mental health issues, on welfare, unable to keep a job, which are fairly common consequences of child abuse, cost taxpayers billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. So if we can do a better job as a community, and again, it's about building leadership and it's strengthening these programs in the early childhood area that can make that happen. We have a campaign in April. It's Child Abuse Prevention Month. And we have something called the Pinwheel Campaign. The pinwheel is a symbol of a happy, safe, and carefree childhood. And you can plant pinwheels. There's a lot of activities that organizations can do to plant the pinwheels. And someone says, well, what is that? Well, then you start to spread the message. It's about prevention of child abuse and healthy childhood development. And again, we were happy to share information about starting a pinwheel campaign in your community and things that political leaders and every organization could undertake to kind of spread the word.
And people can go to preventchildabusenj.org to get more information about that.
Absolutely.
But I think a lot of times parenthood is painted either as it's the it's the toughest job you'll ever love, but sometimes you don't always love being a parent, and it's difficult to admit that you might need help sometimes.
Absolutely, there's more studies coming out saying that how could I love my children so much, the magic of a child and the relationship with your children. And there's nothing more magical in the whole world. And so how can you have that at the same time and coexist with the fact that, I'm stressed beyond a breaking point because of parenting. And so I love my children. I love where I am, but I don't love parenting.
Right.
And there was a study, I think, that came out just a couple of weeks ago about that and saying that those do coexist. And again, it's how do we provide support to help parents understand what they can do. So when they are stressed, there's a way to...
You bring up such a good point. When you're pregnant, when you're expecting, you get all kinds of advice about what you need to buy and the baby swing and these kind of washcloths and these kind of diapers and this kind of food and, eat organic and this and that. But, there's no real advice on what do you do when,
Then you go home.
Right, when you go home. And, what is normal? Because there are some children out there who might have some issues and their parents are being pushed to the limit, and they might, act out, and there could be a health issue. So talk to your pediatrician, reach out, just or go to the website.
Absolutely.
Final thoughts, 15 seconds or left?
Prevention matters. Go to our website for more information. And prevention. People say, can you really do prevention? And yes, there are programs that work, and we can prevent child abuse with the help of everybody.
All right. Our guest this half hour has been Rush Russell, Executive Director of Prevent Child Abuse New Jersey. I'm Laura Jones. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.